Welcome back to Fame Drop. Hope y'all doing well. Draya and Jalen Green are drowning in drama, way more than just that massive age gap between them. These last few days have been straight up chaos, and the receipts just keep piling up. Their unconventional relationship? Yeah, it's looking shaky right now. Word on the street says Draya might be tied up in scandals that sound eerily similar to the accusations we've heard about Diddy. And that's not all. There's even speculation floating around that the daughter Draya had during this relationship might not belong to Jalen. And as if that wasn't messy enough, people are saying Draya didn't hold back and actually swung on Jalen in public, right in the middle of Hollywood streets. That's wild. So are they done for real? Or is this just another dramatic couple meltdown? The internet is buzzing because, let's be honest, it's not every day you see a 23-year-old NBA star openly dating a woman who's pushing 40. The web went crazy once folks realized Jalen is the same age as Draya's oldest son, Nico Howard. That detail had people screaming, and when she started showing up courtside with Nico to watch Jalen hoop, things got even more awkward. Many online felt like Nico wasn't vibing with it at all, saying he looked embarrassed being stuck in that situation. The 17-year age difference was already a shocker, but knowing Draya is literally old enough to be Jalen's mom took it to another level. But the age difference isn't the only headline here. Rumors started swirling last year that Draya was stepping out on Jalen, and the whispers haven't stopped since. For those who don't know, Draya first got her shine on Basketball Wives LA, long before this romance put her in the spotlight. On that show, she shared scenes with Laura Govan, who was in a relationship with former NBA player Gilbert Arenas. Keep up now, because here's where it gets even crazier. Nick Young, aka Swaggy P, sat down with Vlad TV in 2022 and dropped a bomb about Draya and Gilbert. He claimed that back when he was just a rookie, Gilbert would make him act like his personal chauffeur. Nick said Gilbert forced him to wear a driver's hat and cart him around to clubs whenever he felt like partying. That's the kind of wild, behind-the-scenes story that makes you wonder just how deep Draya's connections in the NBA world really go, and why her name keeps circling back into messy situations like this.
The club,
no, it's actually true.
With the show, like the surfer hat with the little suit, was wait for Gil. But he paid me for it, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, but he would get a girl and start messing with her in the backseat?
Backseat. That's
you.
I can't say the name he had, but he had a good one time. And I'm like, is this real? He in the back door, I'm driving. They doing whatever in the back.
Nick Young didn't just leave it at chauffeuring duties. He spilled one wild night where he drove Gilbert Arenas to a club and Draya slid into the car with another girl. According to Nick, things went down in the backseat between Draya and Arenas while he was stuck driving. Imagine being the rookie forced to witness all that. Awkward doesn't even begin to cover it. Now, in NBA circles, guys like Gilbert are known for living fast and reckless, so this didn't shock everyone. But for Nick, it was more of a "you won't believe what I saw" type of story. Here's where the mess really exploded though. Laura Govan hopped on Reality with the King, and when asked about Nick's story, she didn't even try to dodge. She flat out admitted it was true. Laura claimed Draya wasn't just a random fling, but actually Gilbert's side chick, and that it happened more than once. Then Laura dropped another bombshell. She said she discovered paperwork in the house she shared with Gilbert showing he allegedly paid Draya $25,000 to bring her out to LA. That revelation had social media on fire, with Draya getting dragged nonstop by fans and haters alike. Of course, Draya wasn't about to sit back quiet forever. She fired back in a series of Instagram stories, later deleted, saying, "I'm not the type of person to clear things up, but enough is enough. I've been cyberbullied and podcast bullied for almost 12 months straight by men and women. I have stayed quiet. I didn't mess with anybody's husband. Let's be clear that no one was married. Let's also be clear that the interactions I had with him were years before I was on the show." She was clearly over it, but even while defending herself, Draya admitted she didn't always move perfectly in the past. She explained, "I don't come to social media and bash people. I didn't always have the conscience that I have today." At first, people were leaning toward believing her until Gilbert himself was asked about the situation. His response? He didn't deny it, but he didn't confirm it either. That left fans even more suspicious about what really went down between the two of them. And just when the heat from that scandal cooled a little, Draya's relationship with Jalen Green became public and people lost their minds all over again. Many were disturbed that Jalen is the same age as her son Nico, with some voices online calling her a cougar and even accusing her of grooming him. But when she was pressed about the criticism, Draya made it clear she wasn't bothered. She boldly said she didn't care. That response sent shockwaves across the internet because it sounded like she was ready to stand 10 toes down in the controversy, no matter how messy it looked.
I don't know what people's problem is. Two adults being in love, I don't know why that would rub people the wrong way. It's kind of weird. Love is love at the end of the day.
We all know the story. Older men dating younger women happens every single day. Nobody blinks. But flip it around. A woman in her 40s dating a man young enough to be her son? That's when jaws drop. And the way Draya's been moving has people shaking their heads. She's literally parading Jalen, who's the same age as her own son, right into the spotlight, even dragging him to games with Nico like they're supposed to be best buddies. The internet was not having it. But Draya didn't stop there. She went ahead and had a baby with Jalen. In May 2024, she gave birth to a daughter named Light Green. Yes, you heard that right, Light Green. People clowned the name instantly, saying it sounded like a paint color, not a baby. But here's the kicker. Jalen was already a father before Light even came into the world. Just 3 months earlier, in February 2024, news broke that a California student named Maya Lacopo, who's the same age as Jalen, gave birth to his first child, Mora. Suddenly, Jalen went from no kids to 2 in 1 year. Allegedly, when Draya found out about Maya and that baby, she was furious, not just because of the cheating rumors, but because child support would now be split. And if that wasn't enough, whispers started flying that Jalen had gotten yet another woman pregnant while still with Draya. Social media tore her apart, mocking her for thinking she could lock Jalen down just because she was older and more experienced. Instead, they joked the player got played, and things at home messier than ever. Word on the street is Nico, Draya's son, is now estranged from her. People say it's partly embarrassment because imagine your mom's boyfriend being your age and then watching him turn into her baby daddy. Folks online joked that Nico and Jalen probably grew up watching the same cartoons and that the situation had to sting. But the drama didn't stop with awkward family dynamics. Just recently, reports say Draya and Jalen got into a full-on fight during New York Fashion Week. Witnesses claim they were screaming in the streets and it nearly turned physical before people had to pull them apart. Some compared them to Blueface and Chrisean, calling it a toxic relationship playing out in real time. Allegedly, Draya had been drinking that night and let some shocking words slip. Rumor has it she admitted she'd been stepping out on Jalen, just like he did to her when she was pregnant, and even insinuated that their daughter Light might not be his. Others say she only blurted it out because Jalen was caught staring at another woman too long. Either way, things spiraled, and soon after, gossip blogs were running wild with talk that the couple had split. But in typical messy fashion, Draya rushed to Instagram with a video showing her and Jalen hugged up, acting like nothing happened. Fans weren't buying it though. Many called out how their whole dynamic feels more like a mother-son bond than an equal relationship. Critics online accuse Draya of chasing NBA money, with some even alleging she's been passed around the league. The Gold Digger label stuck hard, especially after Jalen signed his $106 million renewal contract. Suddenly, people believed Draya was trying to secure a bag through him. Still, those close to the situation say the real tension might be about their daughter. Jalen himself has said his child motivates him to work harder on the court, so imagine the devastation if rumors about Light's paternity turned out true. That could explain why their arguments keep blowing up in public. But just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, another bombshell drops, this one involving Diddy. According to music producer Hitmaka, the last time he saw Draya, she was allegedly with Diddy, and things got real explicit under a blanket while Cassie was reportedly in the same house. Hitmaka claimed he was there for a business meeting when he witnessed it all go down. Now let's be clear, Draya never confirmed or denied the story, but given the heavy cloud already hanging over Diddy, being linked to him at all right now is toxic for anyone's reputation. And while Draya has admitted in the past that she's done things she's not proud of when her conscience wasn't all the way right, this rumor just adds another layer to the chaos that surrounds her name.
So yeah, like last time I seen Draya when we was talking about that shit, she was with Puff, and I feel like she was giving a nigga a hand. This Puff was trying to have a meeting with me or whatever, and like we there and like Cassie's in the house or whatever, and like Drea's there or whatever, and like Drea's sitting next to him.
Yeah, the threesome
and the
with
nigga's
him.
trying to have a meeting with me, and like I think that like Drea like giving him a hand job or something under the blanket.
Word?
While we in there. I'm like, bro, I don't want to talk too much. I went back downstairs with.
Right now, things are looking grim. Drea's own son barely speaks to her anymore, and Jalen Green, he might be out the door any second. Folks online are saying she's running out of tricks to keep him locked in, and the cracks in their situation are showing loud and clear. But if there's one thing we know about Drea, it's that she knows how to land on her feet. She's bounced back from scandals before, and she's not the type to stay down for long. Still, Jalen's world is spinning upside down right now. Everything he thought was stable is suddenly crumbling. The secrets Drea tried to keep hidden, exposed for the world to see. And with DNA results swirling around confirming whispers that had been floating for months, the drama just hit a whole new level. This relationship has turned into a circus. Street fights caught on camera, wild cheating rumors, family torn apart, and fans dissecting every move. There's nothing normal or peaceful about this situation. It's pure chaos on full display. And one thing everybody can agree on, the fallout is nowhere near done. So the big question, does Jalen finally cut the cord and move on, or will Drea pull another shocking stunt to keep him in her orbit? Either way, this saga is far from over. And the tea? It's only getting hotter by the minute.